In this lesson, we're going to learn a few different ways to organize our data. So after we've asked our statistical question and gathered data, how can we use that to pull out important information? So one of those ways is a dot plot, which is what you see here in front of us. The survey asked people how many minutes it takes to eat breakfast. These are the results they got. It was put into a dot plot. Now there's some information we can pull out of our dot plot. And they're listed over here. So the first one that they want you to find is the maximum. The max or maximum is the greatest number. So in the greatest number of minutes it took somebody to eat breakfast. And if I'm looking at here, I'm looking all the way to the top, and somebody took 12 minutes to eat breakfast. Okay, so I'm going to put the maximum is 12. The minimum number of minutes was 0. So whether somebody just doesn't eat breakfast or it takes them less than a minute to eat breakfast, that's what those zeros. So the minimum is 0, the maximum is 12 minutes. There's also going to be times where you need to pull out greater than or less than a certain number of data points. So in this case, it says how many people took greater than 10 minutes to eat breakfast. So greater than 10 means I'm not including 10. It's greater than 10. That's 11 and 12. So how many people surveyed? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people took greater than 10 minutes to eat breakfast. They either took 11 or 12 minutes in this case. They might ask you the same type of a question, but to write it as a fraction. What fraction of people took less than 2 minutes to eat breakfast? So if I'm looking at less than 2, that means I'm not including 2. I'm looking at 1 and 0. So how many people? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people took less than 2 minutes. And I want it as a fraction, so it's over your total number of people. So you could count all the dots up, and I'm going to save time by telling you that I already counted them. And there was 40 total people surveyed, 40 dots. So 8 out of the 40 took less than 2 minutes. You could also simplify that by dividing both the numerator and denominator by 8, and that would give you 1/5. 1/5 of the people surveyed take less than 2 minutes to eat breakfast. Another bit of information you can pull out is what's most common. What's the most common number of minutes people take to eat breakfast? And that's just the most dots. Which one has the most dots? And in this case, I see that 10 has the most. It's the highest. And just to make sure, if there's 2 that are close, I could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people took 0 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 7 people took 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is the most common number of minutes to eat breakfast. This one takes a little bit longer, the median, which is the center of your data. And you could do it 2 ways. One most common way that I see students do it is where you cross out 1 from each side and you keep going until you get to the middle. Okay, but when you have 40 different data points, that's a lot of crossing out. So another way that I would suggest you do it is you take the total data points, which you know is 40, and you want to find the middle. So you're dividing it in half. You're dividing it by 2 to find where the middle is. 40 divided by 2 is 20. So you're going to count 20 data points in from each side. So if I'm counting from this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 on that side. And then I'm going to count 20 from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 lands right here. Now, because they're both on 5, 5 is my median. If they're on different numbers, you could take the average. So I would say 5 is my middle. Okay, I'm just going to erase some data to get this out of the way. Or maybe I'm not. I'm just going to keep on going. Okay, the range, the last thing you want is the maximum minus the minimum. Okay, the range is how much from the lowest to the highest. So it ranges from 0 to 12. So if I take 0, 12 minus 0, that means there's 12 data points that it could have landed on. 12 those. So 12 would